My name is Miss McDougall. I am a counselor at Fenton, and today I want to talk about how to choose your classes for next year and what the process is going to be like. So first, let's talk about the timeline a little bit. January 25th, we will be at Wooddale Junior High, and that's when we're going to give you guys some information. And you're going to fill out a Google form, and that's how you'll choose your electives for next year. February 1st, we're going to Blackhawk, and it will be the same thing. We're presenting information to your classes, and then you're going to fill out a form to choose your electives. And then February 11th, that's the last day to make changes to these initial elective class requests. So if you change your mind about anything, we're going to tell you how to do that coming up. But February 11th would be the last day for that. And then after that, you'll still be able to make changes, but it's going to be dependent upon if there's space in the class or not. So if you want to make a change to a class and there's not any seats available in the class, then you won't be able to make that change. So that's why it's important, if you really want a particular class, that you make that change before February 11th. So here's how this is going to work. Using the Google form that we will share with you on the day that we're at your school, you will select your elective courses. You don't need to choose your required courses. These are going to be pre-entered for you, and that's based on your current course levels. It's based on your teacher recommendations, and then maybe some other information we might have from you, test scores, things like that. And then if you want to make a change to your electives after you've submitted the Google form, and remember that's by February 11th, you can email Mr. Cuellar, and here is his email address. And we'll be getting this information to you again as well. So if you don't have a chance to write this down, it's okay. We will make sure we get this information to you about how to make changes. So freshman English courses, I'm just going to go over some required courses right now. Again, these are not courses that you'll be picking. These are courses that will be pre-entered for you. But I just want to talk about what the classes are for freshmen. So if you're, for your English class, you will be taking English 1 or Accelerated English 1. And those are both full year classes. And then based on your teacher recommendation, you might be placed into academic literacy. This is a full year class. It takes place of one of your electives, and it's a class that helps support you with your reading skills and your writing skills. So talking about math, depending on what class you're in now, that's going to inform what class you're in next year. So if you're in pre-algebra, you'll probably be in Math 1. And if you're in Algebra 1, some options are Math 1 or Accelerated Geometry. And then if you're in Geometry, you will most likely be in Accelerated Algebra 2. So again, that's based on where you're at now, where your teacher recommends for you to go. And that's going to be pre-entered. Our science course that we have for freshmen, everybody takes biology. Some students are in regular biology, and then some students are in accelerated biology. For social studies, everybody takes the same class. It's called Introduction to Social Studies, and that is a full year class. And then PE, we have 1 semester of PE. So a semester is equal to half the year. So we have PE and then 1 semester of health. And we still do offer health as a summer school class, but it does not open up a spot for an elective in your schedule next year. What that means is then you would then take 2 semesters of PE as a freshman. So that summer school health class would be if you want to take something over the summer, get acclimated to Fenton, get to know the building a little bit. And so that's what that would be for. But if you do want to open up a spot for an elective in your schedule, you can take PE during 0 hour, and that's for 1 semester. So that would give you an extra 1 semester spot in your schedule. This class is for our early birds. It starts at 7 a.m. every school day. So that's before first period. So you would do your PE class every day pretty early in the morning. We do have bus service for that. If you're wondering, well, how would I get there that early? We do have bus service. So if you are a bus rider, you will have bus service for 0 hour. Let's talk about languages for a minute. So many colleges require 2 years of the same world language for admission. It's not required for graduation from Fenton, but because it is a part of the college admissions process, we do recommend that if you're planning on going to a four-year college right after high school, that you think about taking a language. So the languages that we offer are French, German, Spanish, and then Spanish for heritage speakers. And this class is for students that already speak Spanish at home. We will be sending this presentation to you so that you have access to these links. The links are in red. We have what's called a Program of Studies guide. And what that is a list of all of our classes. It's a booklet and you can look through it, and it has descriptions of the classes, tells you what you do in those classes, gives you information on what that class is like. And then it tells you what you need to be able to take that class. Is there a class before that class you have to take? That's what's called a prerequisite. And then it also talks about career pathways, which means like if you're thinking about a particular career, there are classes that might help you prepare for that career. And so we talk a little bit about that in this guide. So let's look at a freshman year sample schedule. So I have it divided into semesters. The first semester is August through December, and then we have the winter break. And then the second semester starts right when you come back in January, and then that ends in May. So here we see our biology class for both semesters, our math class for both semesters. Bison Time, which is an advisory class. It's a class that gives you a chance to do some homework. You can get help from teachers. You might have presentations during this time from counselors or from other school people that tell you different things about what's going on, or they help you learn different things. English, Introduction to Social Studies. You'll always have a lunch as a period in your day, and then there's that one semester of PE and one semester of health. And then you can see you've got some space for electives. And then I put where that academic literacy would go if you have that. And then you'll have room for less electives, but you still do get your spots for your elective classes. So this is very small writing, and I know that, but we have a lot of electives, and I wanted to fit them all on one page. But this is just a little slide that tells you the available electives that we have for freshmen. So they're all listed on here. So if you want to pause and take a look at all of these, they're all listed so that you can see what we offer. So if it says 1 or 2 semesters, that means you can take the class for the full year, or you could take the class just for 1 semester. We also have some classes. Our language classes are a full year, and you need to take them for the full year. So that's why we put that there. And that also applies to our Project Lead the Way Introduction to Engineering class. That's a full year class. But the rest of our classes you can take for 1 semester or 2 semesters. So take a look at what you're interested in, and go back to those links when we send the presentation, and you can read about the classes and the descriptions and see what's involved in taking these different electives. So here's the next steps. You want to view these electives on the Google Slides, and then you want to talk to your parents or your guardian about your selections and what you're thinking about. And then when we come to your school, you'll complete the Google form to select your electives. So I hope this information was helpful for you, and good luck in choosing your classes for next year.